Anyway, so continuing. So in terms of technology companies, so Tesla is one of the more what do you call this? More innovative companies that has been pushing the electronic vehicles here or electric cars. So one of the main stories that has been happening recently is, there was a person who tried to pay an employee to hack the software or the system of the Tesla, what do you call this, the software itself, so that they can extract information here, which is kind of surprising if you think about it. It's somewhat like a movie, a spy movie here. So let's take a closer look. So here, as I mentioned, an employee was targeted by a Russian person who tried to pay the employee to plant a malware. Now, the person tried to pay or bribe him as much as $1 million. So that's a large sum of money, where it was started, when they were conversing using WhatsApp here. Obviously, the Russian person here was in Russia at that time, and he he came here with the understanding that, the employee was going to plant a malware in in the software, so that they can extract information, so that, they can disrupt Tesla, the company itself. But obviously the employee here was, loyal, patriotic to to the American brand. Did the opposite. That person collaborated with the official, in this case the FBI, to catch the person here, and that person was sentenced to 5 years, I think, and was fined $250,000. Now, obviously, this is what was reported. Now, hopefully, the employee got a significant pay raise from Elon Musk for doing the right thing here, because other people could have just simply folded and taken the money and, to hell with the company, it's not mine, right? So, but the problem here is, if this is one of the stories that we have heard of, I'm sure there are a lot more that's behind the scene that's been happening, right? It's not just Tesla, but other prominent companies that, insider trading, sabotage, all of those things, you know. That's why typically a company is more vulnerable internally rather than from external threat. Similar how Twitter was hacked before, it was with collaboration, not by accident, with the internal employees, wherein, data was breached because using information from the employees internally. So this can be, companies has to be careful, especially with the age of data revolution, that, information is out there. We have to be careful how to protect ourselves, and, everyone has to be vigilant, right, in terms of what information is provided. Continuing in the same story, so Tesla was in a clash with Chinese consumer, right? In particular, I think it was in Hubei. Yes, in city of Wuhan, right? So wherein the issue here was, uh, what do you call this? The issue here is the Tesla refused to deliver their Model 3 vehicle to the customer here. When the customer bought the vehicle through a e-commerce platform in China. I think the name was Pinduoduo. Okay, and there was a promo here. So obviously, many consumers try to take advantage of the promo with provided a 20,000 discount, 20,000 renminbi. But there was a change in regulation in terms of how Tesla was supposed to accept orders. Now they change it that they have to go course through the official website of Tesla, wherein you make your order, not through other platforms. Now obviously, the person here already made the order and has already paid, I think, and, and didn't get the delivery because of that. Now obviously, this has caused a lot of ruckus, because, Tesla is a very popular brand, especially in China, because they have a what do you call this? They have a plant there, apart from the Gigafactory in I think in California, then in China, then they plan to expand that in Europe as well. So where is it? There you go. Yeah, the clash between the consumers here. So as mentioned there. So not only that, now obviously the Chinese Consumer Association is going to defend the rights of its consumer, but at the end of the day, it's out of the reach of the said individual, because at the end of the day, Tesla made a change of policy that has affected the individual, whether they are able to deliver the vehicle or not. So he has to wait, right? He has to make the proper channels here, right? Now, whether that's good for consumer, at the end of the day, Tesla vehicles are not cheap, right? If you think about it. I think, how much was it? For an average person who's earning around roughly 6,000 renminbi, in his case, I think the Model 3 is around almost 300,000 renminbi. So that's not technically cheap. And obviously, those who can afford, the Tesla vehicles are, somewhat, considered affluent people, right? That's why they're targeting tier 1 and tier 2 cities primarily. Yeah, and in particular in Wuhan, only Hubei has one store there. So, it's not yet, you won't consider it a consumer-friendly vehicle. It's still somewhat expensive, a luxury rather than a necessity to have a Tesla vehicle.